Now then, it's Dan Dixon from Dan Dixon Music, and welcome to another episode of me and my guitar. I'm talking about something different now, obviously. This is my Charvel San Dimas 2, which is the signature guitar from Joe Duplantier of Gojira, one of my favourite bands of all time. I've always loved Gojira and Joe Duplantier guitars, and this one stood out to me, so I bought it. It's even got the G on the back of the headstock. How cool is that? How cool is that? It's probably upside down now, but yeah, this is all about the Charvel San Dimas 2, the only Charvel that I've ever played or owned. But we're going to talk about that in this video and how I got it. We're going to go through all of the tones, all of that sort of lovely stuff, and yeah, hope you enjoy it. If you enjoy this video and you want to see more, do like the video, subscribe, put a little comment in there, all that sort of stuff, all the stuff that helps the YouTube channel grow so I can live a life of luxury on a secluded beach in a house full of sunshine and eat chicken till I'm fucking dead. But anyways, we're talking about this, and I got this, I'm going to say around 2018, maybe? Around about 2018, 2019, I got this guitar. It was around about the time I was living in Leeds. I was looking for just a number 2 guitar, basically. If you've watched the previous video, I was talking about my Ibanez Arc 500, and that had been, like, you know, my number 1 6-string guitar with humbuckers for a long time. At that point, still one of my favourite guitars. But I just fancied, like, another one. Just wanted another guitar. Is that too much to ask? So I got this, and never looked back ever since. Before I inquired about this guitar, I was kind of fancying an SG. So I walked into Leeds PMT. I was thinking, yeah, I'm kind of feeling an Epiphone SG. I think I'm going to get one of those and, like, put some cool pickups in and stuff, and it's going to be a cool rocker guitar. But it ended up being not that. I walked in, and to the very corner of my eye, I saw this on the wall. And bearing in mind, PMT back in the day in Leeds was a big store. It was huge. And obviously PMT doesn't exist anymore, but you know, that was like the closest thing to me when I was living in Leeds. And you know, I saw that guitar, the corner of my eye, and I was like, that's the guitar Joe Duplantier uses from Gojira at the time. You know, this was before, like, he did the other signature model after this one, and I believe now he's an ESP artist, so he's been playing some of his new ESP signature models, but I don't believe they're out. They're not out for the general public yet to buy. I saw it, and I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. Never played a Charvel before. I've always loved the Telecaster shape, and I was just like, well, this is a no-brainer, really. Like, I've got to go for this one. Like, I didn't even bother looking at an SG. I just went straight to this. The PMT employee who was working there, he was like,
pretty good guitar this, you know. Why don't you try it out?
I was like, yeah, I will, actually. So, you know, went to a room with an amp, played it a bunch, loved it, and I was like, yeah, I'm getting this. And to be honest, like, it just come with so many features that the SG, like, standard Epiphone SG didn't have. Like this here, like, truss rod adjustment on the bottom of the neck. I wish every guitar had this, because it just makes life so much easier when you're setting it up. Charvel's own lock-in tuners. Lock-in tuners are just a game changer. I love them. I wish all guitars would have them. 2 of my guitars have them. I think they're great. 1 volume, 1 toggle switch, and that is it. But just to go through the rest of the specs of it, I believe this is a mahogany body. There's a mahogany neck on the back, and it's got an ebony fretboard. Ebony fretboard is just like the nicest playing thing ever. It plays so nice. These are actually bare knuckle silo humbuckers, and before I put these in, they had Duncan designed pickups, which were fine. Like they were fine sounding. Like when you were playing like full gainy sort of metal, like they sounded perfectly fine. But like when you did stuff like roll off like sometimes I like to roll off the volume. I want to play some cleaner stuff. Like it sounded quite bad. Like it sounded like very tinny and high endy, and it was almost like you fully stepped on a wah pedal and it was like tipped to the front all the way. So I did not like that. And yeah, I just thought like that was the only flaw with this guitar at the time. Like everything about it, like the satin body finish and all that, and I love the Telecaster shape and all the contours that it's got. You know, it's cut around about here, so it's got nice access on the frets. It's just a plain, simple Telecaster guitar, but it's got humbuckers and like this Les Paul bridge, one volume, and it's great. But like, I swapped the pickups. These are, like I said, bare knuckle silos. I did actually do a video on these pickups when I installed them like years ago. Probably not the best of videos, to be honest, in terms of like guitar tone and stuff like that, because I just did not know what I was doing. But I know a bit more now. It'll sound a lot better in this video. But yeah, these are the Rabia Masad signatures, who I'm a huge fan of. I love his YouTube channel and I love his playing, and you know the bands that he's been in, like Vower and Tosca. I think they're just fantastic bands, and yeah, took a liking towards these pickups. And of course, on this, I replaced the pot that was on this before with a CTS push pull, so I can get all those split coil, you know, single coil Stratocaster sounds, that sort of thing. Paid like £420 for this guitar. It's insane for like the stuff that you get on here. Like I say, like the ebony fretboard, completely matte finish, the locking tuners, and that adjustment being down here. Like it was insane, the value for money that I got with this thing. So it was a no-brainer. And to this day, I love playing this guitar. It's great. You know, I've always, like the last video, I've gone on about the Arc 500 being like my sort of #1. I will never trade that. I think that guitar sounds the best and probably looks the best. I think this might be the easiest guitar to play that I have in my sort of, you know, my collection, I guess. And it just plays beautifully. But anyways, let's get into some guitar tones, shall we? So we'll start up with a metal sort of tone. I'm going to go crunch, some lead stuff, and some clean stuff. And, you know, fuck around with the pickup configuration, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, hope you enjoy it, and I just love these pickups. They sound fantastic. I mean, I've always loved bare knuckle pickups. One thing I will say is I think the juggernauts on the Arc 500 do sound a little bit better. I think they sound a bit more gnarlier. I think these ones sound a bit darker, a bit more round, but they've still got quite a bit of aggression to them. But they're still, you know, it's still really clean. Still got that great sort of balance between all the strings. You can hear them all really clearly and stuff. Like what bare knuckle are known for, to be honest. Hell yeah. I'm going to show you some neck pickup in baby. Alright, lastly we're going to go through some clean stuff. So I'm just going to put it back on a metal set and then transpose it down to D standard, because that's what Gojira do. Anyways, that has been me and my guitar with my Charvel San Dimas 2. If you want to ask any more questions about this guitar, feel free to ask about in the comments. I love this guitar, it's one of my favourites to play, and I love recording videos on it and you know, just messing around with it. It's great. And if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you liked it, click the notification bell icon thing and subscribe to the channel, because it really helps me. And like I say, I want to be on that beach. I want to be on that beach, god damn it. Anyways, thanks very much. I've been Dan Dixon from Dan Dixon Music, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.